What's good, y'all? It's your boy Trippz. Long time, huh? I'm out here in my hometown of Augusta, Georgia. Just chilling for the weekend. Came down from my mom and my sister's birthday. And apparently there's some kind of festival down here. So I figured, why not take a minute to catch up with y'all and check out this festival. So I'm here, downtown. This is Broad Street in Augusta. Check me out. We're just gonna take a little saunter down the road. Let's see what we find. All right. Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. Out here in front of Grant Ski Records. This is new to me, so I'm gonna go in here. I don't know what they got going on, but we're gonna check it out. Grant Ski Records down here in Augusta, Georgia. Check them out. Yeah, just gonna have to forgive the washing machine sounds. The first thing I ever look for when I go into a record store are what they have on display. Shout out to my girl Casey Musgraves. I did enjoy the Star-Crossed album. They got some Doom. Shout out to Doom, R.I.P. Some gospel. That's Jesse Jackson on the cover. I don't know if he's singing on it or not, but he's on the cover at least. And I just look to see, what the lick be for albums that they got featured. Shout out to SZA. We waiting on the album, girl. You need to go ahead and drop that. I ain't paying $18 for a single though. You can stop that now. I stumbled across this Gym Class Heroes album that one of my memories is going to Old McDonald Fish Camp with my granddad, and he let me play this album. And I know he was like, man, what the fuck is this? But shout out to you, granddad, RIP. One of my favorite pastimes is digging in record stores. You can see all kind of stuff. You see Lil Sims here. You see this Roots album. I ain't buying it for $65, but each record store is unique in the fact that the records that they have, new, a little old, or even older, are going to be very unique to them. You see Sugar Hill Gang, Best Sugar Hill Gang, not going to buy that. But what I should have bought was this Tear the Club Up Thugs album by 3 6 Mafia. Definitely should have bought that shit, but I didn't. One section that I had not seen in any other record store that I'd been in was this Japanese soundtracks section. Those records were a little pricey for me to not know what was on most of them. And what I really would have liked is like a record player that I could have listened to and kind of sampled what was on it. You got some Thundercat, I didn't see any in there. You said Kraftwerk, this is the electronic section. Definitely can find a whole lot of samples if you're into that type things. Cassettes on the wall all along. Fun fact here, physical music is making a comeback. I know streaming is king, but vinyl records and cassettes are one of the, or two of the most highly sought out formats these days. So shout out to all my vinyl collectors and even my tape players. Yeah, like I was saying, man, make sure y'all visit local businesses. During the pandemic, I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts yesterday. They were saying, do you know who's making a killing right now? Olive Garden. Olive Garden's making a killing because not only does everybody want fucking Olive Garden, right? They have the ability to scale because they're backed by a huge corporation. You know who does not have the ability to get online really quickly, buy ingredients at the lowest price no matter what day and time they need it across 900 stores and locations while making sure people are safe? You know who doesn't have that ability? Local restaurants, man. So make sure you guys are doing the due diligence as we are returning to normal, whatever the fuck that means, to visit local businesses and visit those smaller businesses that don't really have the opportunity to scale like that. We continue on. Let's keep going. So another thing I'm a sucker for are these street murals. Look at the detail on this, man. Hold on, I gotta step back so y'all can really see this. Look at the detail. I love that shit. Also got this one right here. There's also a really dope James Brown mural down here. that I'm hoping to run into while I'm walking around with y'all. All things grow in love. Yeah. Something that's really interesting for me to see is the revitalization of like downtown Augusta. As somebody who kind of grew up here, downtown was a ghost town back in the day. Like back in the day. And then they brought it back with like First Fridays and things of that nature. But the people who attended First Fridays were young urban youth and counterculture white kids. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie. There were some misadventures during those days, i.e. shootings. And it's not funny. Shit happens, right? But as they villainize the type of crowd and try to push them out, like I remember in like even my 20s, we would still come down here. It's like lounges and things down here for people to do, clubs. Again, young people help sustain and revitalize downtown Augusta. But now, like as it's being revitalized, it's interesting to see like the things that they have are just not for those people. It's for a different crowd. Like even this weekend, it's an Iron Man competition. I think that's cool. How do we engage like the people who actually live here and shit like that? Because I'll tell you, when I was coming down here, that wasn't on my mind. It was on anybody I knew mind that, oh yeah, the Iron Man's this weekend. Make sure you stay from downtown. No. A lot of these businesses are still here. Just kind of watch those others and engage the ones that you've been engaging. It hasn't really stopped anything. It's just as it grows, I'll be interested to see, overwhelmingly, is there a balance? Is there a mix? We'll see. I'm just the dude that walks and watches cities. And there's that mural I was telling y'all about. Look at that shit, bro. Look at that shit. It's so colorful. I do not play about this, man. My mom will always tell a story. I actually will have her tell the story. I'm actually home right now. So I will have my mom tell y'all the James Brown story. And why I love me some fucking James Brown to this day. Yeah. James. Godfather. That was a wild man. Alright, we're getting closer to that little street festival I was telling you guys about earlier. So mask up, make sure we're safe here, and roll through there and see what we got going on. I'm trying to keep people face about it. Before we go, I just want to say, hey, a black man owns this business right here. 2 black men I know. They went to Georgia State with me. So if you have any personal training needs in Atlanta or chiropractic needs here in Augusta, tell us about it. Check them out, man. For real. At the market, some little koozie things. London food, I like that. Shout out to my London out there. Some Southern English food. Got some soaps up here. Okay. Nice little thing I'm trying to get in. So people were down here selling all kinds of things. You see some trinkets, some jewelry. You also see some like sorority, fraternity items. This is what the economy is evolving to, in my opinion, a more creator economy. And it'll be up to these creators to sell their wares, whether it's in person or online. That's the future. Fuck jobs. And then, since I'm down here, I feel like it makes sense to show the river. I'm on the Riverwalk. Don't let me fall. But yeah. Riverwalk is one of Augusta's things with the Savannah River right here. Central Savannah River area, CSRA. Every 4th of July we do fireworks out here. And that's South Carolina over there. State lines is blue right there. But ain't it nice to like, got water outside the house? Got your little boat, got your little setup right there. I think I want a little bit more space between me and the next person though. Personally. That's me though. That's me though. This is one of my favorite things about exploring, even in an area that you're familiar with. You might run into something you just did not have any knowledge about. This little pocket garden over here on the Riverwalk. I didn't know Augusta had a sister city in Japan. Takarazuka. I probably just slaughtered that. I do apologize, but damn, that's crazy as hell, bro. And like, look at this little space. They need to give some love to it. Because there's no water running through this at all. This is actually just all cut down. I'm not even gonna walk in over at that area. All that's just like actually needing to be cleaned. And I think water's supposed to flow down there, and that's supposed to just remain turning. Because I can imagine as it's standing right there, that's probably not the cleanest or the safest water. So we're just not gonna be nowhere around it. Come on, you know how black folks stay alive in horror movies. They stay away from shit that can kill them.